Hi everybody, hello, welcome back to the channel Luxe Divination. Hope you guys doing awesome, Divine Collective. Hope you guys having a great day. Alright, so I have this transmission for you. Okay, so Spirit is saying slow down because somewhere it's getting too much for you, okay, right now. The staircase may take longer than the lift, but it builds humility and inner knowing. So it's all about moving in your pace, okay, and not getting in your head about that. If you are moving slow, if you're moving faster than everybody around you, it's not about comparison anymore, right? It's about going your way and manifesting your dreams and desires, okay? So I want to talk about this dream, right? And we have so many lessons from this. So last night I had this dream that felt almost like a movie about life transitions, okay? So I was traveling on a bus with a mix of familiar faces, family, old schoolmates, people I have known from different timelines of my life. So I felt like everyone represented a piece of my past here, okay, still accompanying me as I move toward something new in my life, right? So when we reached this destination, I stepped off and met a classmate of my childhood. We held hands like little kids, okay? That was completely innocent, right? Nostalgic energy. He told me how successful he has become as a writer. Again, I was like, wow, you have become a writer. That was my dream. Okay, so and I could sense that this wasn't about him, okay, that wasn't about him, but a reflection of that part of me, because I wanted to become a writer, okay, that once dreamed of recognition of my words being published and appreciated, right? So it was Spirit's way of showing me that the seeds I planted long ago are still alive inside me, and so inside you, okay? And that inner child, yes, it's all about inner child healing, Divine Collective. So that inner child still wants to create, still wants to express a lot, right? And most of all, to be heard by somebody, okay? So then I was with another friend from my school, like all of a sudden, correct? She was a classmate, and yeah, and the lift we were supposed to take broke down all of a sudden, I don't know why. And we got this message of saying we could crawl through the vents. And I was like, what? Crawling through the vents of that building? I don't know. She could fit, seriously, because she was shorter in height and I couldn't fit. Correct? So I took the staircase instead, and that hit me deeply, okay, because it again felt very symbolic, Divine Collective. The lift represented easy external routes or systems that don't work anymore for our soul path, okay, including me. And I was like, yes. Crawling through the vent was like trying to squeeze through the systems that we don't fit in anymore, right? And following a path that isn't meant for me and meant for you. So the staircase, right, that was my way. That was steady, that was grounded and self-paced. Something about being self-paced, right? Yeah, and see what came out. 5 of Wands. Stepping out of that haze, okay? Haze created by the system. This is our society's energy right now. The energies that surround us, that are conflicting, okay? So that is the energy. Spirit was reminding me that my path may not be quick, but it's authentic, and I'm not struggling or juggling amidst this energy, okay? this conflict, these arguments, these tensions, I don't want to squeeze anymore. Even my mindset, right? That's the energy. Even my mindset here. Correct? So you're being guided to climb consciously and not rush right now, okay? So eventually I reached this classroom and the only person sitting there was me, and I was like, I'm standing here, then who is sitting there in front of me? Who is? So that was my soul, okay? The moment almost felt spiritual, right? It was like seeing the observer self of mine sitting in front of me in the classroom, the higher self, who was quietly watching everything unfold in perfect time, right? And I realized that this transmission was not about people outside me, okay? So it was about meeting every version of myself, okay? A child, the dreamer, the adult, and the aware soul who was finally integrating all of it. And so this message is all about you as well, okay? Because you are also integrating these parts of yourself right now. This is soul integration going on, Divine Collective, okay? You're being, see, soul integration work, okay? That is your higher self working on it, correct? So you're diligently working on this energy. This energy is quiet, okay? This is silently paced, okay, inside of you, because this is an observer energy. It's always silent, okay? So I'll be honest, when I woke up, I felt this conflicting energies. Seriously, I was like, thank God I'm saved from these conflicting energies around me, like almost like static interferences around me, okay? And that's when I understood that deeper message here. So the deeper message is, sometimes, you know, when timelines merge, okay, when the old and new are trying to coexist together, you will always feel that heaviness inside of you, okay? That confusion, that energetic noise. Exactly, this is that energetic noise, okay? And it's not an attack. It's not a spiritual attack though. It's a recalibration of your energy that you're working on right now, okay? This is spirit integration, correct? It's spirit merging your lessons into a very higher frequency that you're still working on as your higher self, okay? So the guidance from this transmission is simple yet very deep. If your old ways stop working, do not panic, okay? Do not panic, because you're just being asked to climb differently. So if others seem to move faster, do not compare, as I initially mentioned, okay? So their path has a very different rhythm, okay, and yours is completely different, correct? So if you find yourself alone in the classroom, know that you have your spirit family watching your back, okay? This is your spirit family. You have guides, you have star ancestors, you have your soul tribe, you have your angels, you have the Most High who love you before anyone does, okay? Like, more than anything, they know your vices, they know your past life mistakes, okay? They have accepted you unconditionally, and man, I feel so grateful and just pay gratitude to them every day that they see you making mistakes and they still forgive you, okay? Damn, it was heartfelt. And if you find yourself alone in that classroom moment someday, sitting with yourself, reflecting, know that it's a sacred point, okay? That's where alignment happens. So spirit is telling you to slow down. The staircase may take longer than the lift, but it builds strength, humility, and inner knowing, okay? Inner knowing is strengthening your intuition, correct? And you're not falling behind. They are telling you that no, you're not falling behind, we're still with you, right? You're being trained for something higher, training energy, correct? You think why you still have to go a mile further or extra mile than others, because you have something bigger, you have a bigger fish to fry, okay? So if lately you have been feeling those inner shifts or random emotional fluctuations, okay, or even influences, it's just your soul adjusting to a higher vibration right now, okay? You're not falling behind, you're just shedding the ways that no longer resonate with your next chapter, correct? So this transmission for me was a reminder to travel light, okay? Take it easy, to carry only what is authentic, right? And trusting that divine timing never misses a step, never ever, right? So the journey is very sacred, and every person, every obstacle, every pause is a part of that divine design, okay, leading you to closer your higher purpose, right? Exactly. See the energy, 9 of Swords. You are just recalibrating everything right now if it feels like a chaos inside, okay, inside your head. If you can't sleep, okay, because your purpose has started to vibrate deeper and deeper inside of you, and now it's the time to take action, okay? You might feel very restless because you have this inspiration inside of you that's deep down is eating your gut. Seriously, that's a calling, okay? It's a divine calling. What guidance do we have today? The 7 pillars of wisdom with number 3. So it's the temple of Poseidon, was built on one of the 7 mountains that represented the 7 pillars of wisdom or spiritual laws of Atlantis. So these remind us that there is no separation from God and show us how to be the masters of our destiny. They also affirm that there is a spiritual working, okay, spiritual working out for all things. So this is about order and consequences. Change your life by following the spiritual laws. Something about spiritual discipline is very significant for my divine collective, okay? So this energy is reminding you that you live in an ordered universe where there is a consequence for all your thoughts, words and actions, right? You are guided to claim the power to enhance your life by changing your beliefs, okay? Understandings and patterns. Watch your thoughts and concentrate on wholesome ones to create the life you want. Concentrate on the wholesome ones, right? That's the energy. Wholesome beliefs, understandings and patterns. You are breaking old patterns right now, divine collective. I cannot make this shit up, right? And I have a very important message to grab here. I want to take out one key for you. And what would that be? The second golden cosmic key. This is from Sirius. Are you a Sirian star seed? So the star collection of Sirius is helping Earth to ascend. So it's Lacume is the name of the part of Sirius that has already ascended and which as such vibrates at a very high frequency. I cannot make this shit up. This is all about your higher frequency recalibrating and adjusting in 3D. Okay, so the beings of Sirius have developed their higher minds and are bringing forward new advanced concepts. They are helping us to understand spiritual technologies, including telepathy. You might be having a gift of telepathy, by the way. You have a very strong gift of clairvoyance, telepathy. Okay, People might call you psychic in the 3D language, but it's not. It's beyond psychic, okay? It's levitation and many more. As together we move forward into this new golden age. So the guidance is to listen to the cosmic orchestra of all the sounds associated with the Sirius star, to unlock your ability to assimilate the higher spiritual technologies. These are technologies, okay? The abilities that you're gifted with, right? So the action for right now is surround yourself with blue-green light and ask Archangel Metatron, okay, to take you to every aspect of universal Metatron cube, to allow you to gain a higher perspective of its importance and impact. The key is to understand the universal Metatron cube. Alright, so this was the second golden cosmic key from Syrians. Syrians are coming in for you right now. And what's the energy? So it's 7 of Wands reverse, and drop the defense mechanisms, okay? Drop your old defense mechanisms, drop your old boundaries. Yeah, drop your old boundaries, okay, and make new ones, because it's time to recalibrate yourself here, right? And most of all, this is stop defending yourself, stop explaining yourself to everybody, right? And stop explaining what's going on in your life, because this is not for everyone to understand. That's what you have to understand, that's what you have to accept, okay? That it's not for everyone to understand. Yeah, not everybody would understand what you are going through right now. It's a lot. They would only be able to see the burdens here, and they would not see what you have lost in the way, okay, what you have been through in the way, right? So recalibration is not about what you think is happening, okay? It's not Zen. It's not a Zen movement at all. It's purification through fire movement, correct? That is the energy. Alright, Divine Collective, so this was the transmission for all of you. I hope you guys gained some insights from this. Cool. I'll meet you guys in the next message. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Divine Rising and ciao. Bye.
Oh, city lights.